Hey everybody, it's Dr. Heath Lampee with BeyondDentistry Education again. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about student loans, our favorite topic. I feel the heartburn creeping in. Official published data on dental school student loans show us coming out of school with about $215,000 in debt from undergrad and our graduate dental degrees. When you talk to financial advisors and accountants in the real world who are actually talking to these dentists, these young dentists, they are saying a different story. Most people coming out of school these days are $400,000 or more in debt. Are you ready to pay that off? Don't upgrade to the Porsche quite yet, guys. When I graduated from school in 2007, I finished with about $215,000 in student loan debt. Now, I consider that a bargain compared to what a lot of you guys are saddled with today. And the other thing that we had going for us in 2007, interest rates on student loans were really low. We're talking 1, 2, 3%. You can't even get a loan these days, not even a car loan for that low rate. Most student loans are at 5 to 7%, some 8%, private loans even a little bit more. Now, you went to dental school, and now you want to enjoy the fruits of your education. So I'm going to caution you, don't buy all of those things yet. Don't buy the big house, don't buy the new car, live like a teenager. And in hindsight, you probably were your happiest when you were a teenager. You didn't have debt, you didn't have obligation, it was just a good free-for-all time. So think about that going forward. Live like a teenager. Now, assuming you have $400,000 in debt and you're paying 5 to 7% in interest, it's going to take you about 25 years to pay that debt off, to service the debt in its entirety. You're going to be paying $2,000 to $2,500 a month, and by the time that you've finished paying off the principal, your $400,000, you'll also have spent about $375,000 on interest. Congratulations, you just got to go to dental school twice. Young dentists today are making about $130,000 to $160,000, which translates to maybe about $7,000 take home a month. If you have a $2,500 student loan payment, a $2,500 mortgage, that doesn't leave you a lot of money for gas, food, fun with your family, your kids, fun for yourself. So we need to find ways to be financially responsible while still paying our debt off in a hurry so that we can do dentistry on our terms and not somebody else's. It took me about 9 years to pay off my student loans. And I know many of the people that I went to school with in 2007 that finished then still have those loans, and they're on the 20, 25, 30-year programs. And I'm sure that a lot of people will say, Heath, you're crazy to pay off those student loans. Your interest rate was low. But there's something about debt that psychologically burdens us. It makes us do things we don't want to do. It stresses us out. Now, I knew that with how I am and how I want to practice and live my life in the future, that the less debt I have, the more free I will be. And the more free I am, the less I can work, and I can do more of the type of dentistry that I want to do, which is change people's lives. And I paid it off in 9 years, and it was the most amazing feeling in the world. I called the company, I said I want to make my last $100,000 payment, and they were like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I want to pay $100,000, I want to get rid of this. So they took my check over the phone, they hung up. They didn't say congratulations, by the way. They didn't give me a pat on the back. I did do that to myself, though. I felt really, really good. And so I did it in a hurry, and I would do it the same way again. And I have 4 tips for you to help speedily pay off your student loans so that you can get in the same boat that I am. And today's hyper-competitive economy, I know it's hard, so we've got to be responsible, we've got to work hard, and we have to make sacrifices. Success in life and business does take sacrifice. So here are my 4 tips to help pay off your student loans. 1, do not go into forbearance. Forbearance is only there if you really, really cannot pay your loans. What forbearance is you don't pay your loans for 6 or 12 months, and all the principal and interest keep on rolling over on each other, so that all of a sudden your $200,000 loan in the course of 12 months may go to a principal of $230,000, which means you have even more to pay off. So start making the payments on a monthly basis. You took the debt, take the responsibility for it, and start paying it every month. That's the way to get it paid off. Number 2, work as much as you can those first few years out of school and put as much of that money in the bank and towards your student loans as possible. Work 6 days a week if you have to. That's what I used to do. Now I'm working 3. I don't want to work 6 anymore, but I did what I had to do to get those debts paid off. My third tip on paying off your student loans in a hurry: pay the smallest loan off first. I don't even care if that loan is the smallest interest rate one. Just having one of those loans paid off is going to make you feel really good. And now with the money with that one, now that you can squirrel away that extra $500 or $1,000 a month from that one being paid off, put that towards the next one with the second smallest amount. And you basically just keep on rolling that over and rolling it over until all those debts are paid off. And you'll get into that position one day where you have the cash in the bank, you're on your last loan, and you're like, I can't believe it. I can actually pay off my student loans. I can be free of this. No other of my classmates, my colleagues have done this, but I can do it. And I haven't even been out of school 10 years now. So I encourage you, do that, and you're going to feel really good. And so now that your student loans are paid off, it's time to pay off your practice. Oh, you haven't bought a practice yet? Well, I can help you with that too. Thank you so much for listening.